You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
All set for your flight?
Yep, I've got everything I need. Eye mask, neck pillow, T-Mobile, headphones.
Wait, T-Mobile?
You bet. Free in-flight Wi-Fi. 15% off all Hilton brands. I never go anywhere without T-Mobile. Same goes for my water bottle, chewing gum, nail clippers,
okay,
passport.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
Find out how you can experience travel better at T-Mobile.com/travel.
Qualifying plan required. Wi-Fi were available on select U.S. airlines. Deposit and Hilton Honors membership required for 15% discount. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hi, welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. Are you happy I read it correctly, Jeff?
Yep.
All right, are you happy I read it correctly, Neal?
I don't care.
And Matt, I'm sure, doesn't give a shit either.
No, I was very insistent on you saying the line.
Okay.
Say the damn line.
Well, welcome to the show. We're very excited today. How are you guys doing?
Very excited today, I've been told.
That's it?
I'm very excited. Our guest, someone who's always commenting with us on the crop, so I'm just looking forward to hearing her quips and what she enjoys about the show. But I'm pretty pumped up. I did a little blow and ready to go.
You can't say that.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I blew my nose.
It's not the 80s anymore.
I blew my nose to get rid of my sinus issues, and I'm ready to go. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyways, we are excited about our guest. It is Toni Rask. She is ironically a United States champion because she's not in the United States right now. She's in Boryong, South Korea. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. And you're originally from the Minneapolis area, correct?
Minneapolis.
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Minneapolis. Minneapolis. St. Paul and saved yourself a lot.
Minneapolis is the smaller Minneapolis within Minneapolis.
Right.
Oh, Minneapolis?
Mini.
No, that's the tiny Annapolis, Maryland.
I was so distracted that I wanted to pronounce the Korean town right, and then I Minneapolis.
So what right here in the good old USA.
Minneapolis. All right, great. Well, we're so excited to have you join us today, and you've written a special game for us, huh?
Sure. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it special, but it's a game for sure.
All games are special,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That's how we brand them all now.
Well, Jeff said this is like the farthest recording we've ever had, I think, right?
I think so, yes.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing out in South Korea?
I'm an English teacher at 2 different public schools, very rural schools. My smallest class is 4 students, and my biggest class is 24. Elementary school, I teach 3rd through 6th grade.
All right.
Wow, that's awesome.
So,
Well, cool. Well, we're excited to jump into this game. It's going to be Jeff versus Neal versus Matt.
Yeah. I don't know if we've ever played the three of us together like that.
Yeah, just us 3. I don't know. I don't think so either.
Probably.
So this is a very
Only
special...
at the-
Nope, it's a very special game, Jeff.
And I'll be the referee.
You'll be the referee? Okay. Only at the pool party if we ever played one-on-one together without Ken.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, let's toss it to the rules guy and see what he has to say today.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop. I am the cream.
Surprisingly in Korean today.
Yeah.
That was cool that you learned it that
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
But the podcast applications have that automatic translator in it.
Yeah,
so it might have gone back to English.
Oh, it might have.
He will learn anything for
Tony,
$5.
you heard it in Korean. How was it? Was it pretty tight?
It's all right. My
okay.
Korean is terrible, even though I've been here for almost 2 years. So
We can have Darren give you some pointers next time.
They don't necessarily
Yeah.
want your Korean to be great when you're teaching English, right?
That's true.
They're looking for
English is number 1.
Yeah.
They don't even care if you grew up speaking Spanish as long as you come from an English-speaking country.
Right.
You heard it here. English is number one.
Yep.
Not in that way, Matt. But without further ado, feel free to take it away with question 1.
All right. Question 1. The category is give her an award. So her given name is Mary Perry, but her nickname has become the name for which major arts award?
Oh, I think I know this one. I'm going to lock in over here.
Good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to lock in with Oscar because it's wrong.
Oscar?
Mm-hmm.
It's on Jeff.
It's an award.
Is this? I'm confusing Mary Shelley. I can't get her out of my head, so I'll say Shelley.
I believe, I could be way off, but I believe Mary Perry's nickname, or the one they gave her, was Toni. So I put the Toni Award.
Yeah, absolutely. Neal's got it. It is the Tonys.
Feels like a little bit of inside baseball.
Yeah, I thought maybe you would clue in on my name, but yeah. So her real name is Mary Antoinette Perry.
Gotcha.
But she's always known as Toni. She's a member of the Stage Women's War Relief, which later became the American Theater Wing, which is the organization responsible for the Tonys.
All right.
So, all right. Round 1, question 2. Other famous Tonys. Toni Neal was a singer and part of the famous duo Captain and Neal. One Captain and Neal song is a beautiful love song about the relationship between Sam and Susie. Sam and Susie aren't your typical love song stars. They belong to the family Miridae and are what kind of animals?
Oh, man.
I kind of know this one, too. My mom likes Captain and Neal a lot.
So does mine, which is why I know this.
I'm circling the answer here.
I
So
only know Captain Neal is like a joke answer for other things. I didn't know there were people enjoyed their music.
Please, he's a naval officer. Please
I know.
show him some respect. Yes. Neal's not. You can trash her.
Neal was no military service?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be ironic if she was actually a vet and Captain was not?
She was a sergeant.
Yeah.
She was like special forces, and the captain, he just took the name Captain because he owns a boat.
We loved Captain Crunch. All right, I am gonna lock in with it.
Yeah, I've got a guess.
I'm just going to say, just because it sounds similar and I know it is very incorrect, I'm just going to go with their meerkats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that these are muskrats for the song Muskrat Love. Although I thought America did that, but you know.
I thought that all of their stuff was nautical themed, so I figured these were sea lions.
It is Muskrat Love and muskrats, so Jeff gets the points.
Oh.
But yes, America does do a version of it, which I think I've only ever heard once. But the Captain and Neal version is notable for the really weird muskrat sex sounds in it. It's creepy and really disturbing. But hilarious at the same time.
Could be disturbing to some, but some people are into that, and let's not judge,
that's
right,
true.
guys?
Those people are muskrats.
I thought in America, Muskrat Love was only allowed in 40 states legally.
That might be.
I think it's time to move on to question 3.
Thankfully, Illinois is one of them.
All right. Sounds good. Round 1, question 3. Category is, hey, that's a good question, / Toni tries to write a riddle.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
It's not very good, but you can say ooh if you want.
Riddle me this, Toni.
Yeah. In Korea, you can see the wyverns, the whiz, and the dinos. In Japan, there are the carp, the buffaloes, and dragons. Taiwan, it's the brothers, guardians, and the monkeys. In what context would you see these entities?
Well, I'm due for a right answer, and so I'm locking in.
Are you?
Yeah.
So I hear my theme music actually playing, and I'm walking out into the arena and into the ring. Do one of you guys need a little help?
Yeah, who's going to give Ken a hot tag?
Well,
let's Matt, you wanted Ken. You get
okay,
Ken.
Fine.
Jeff and I will team up over here.
All right. So you guys are you just going to have 20 points?
No, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my 10 points.
Okay.
So Jeff and I both have 10 points, and you have 10 points going into question 3.
I can't believe you missed that Tony's question.
I know. Of all the questions to miss.
How embarrassing for you.
If that's okay with Toni, our host.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What are you thinking, Jeff? I don't know. For some reason, I was like, baseball teams, but that's got to be incorrect.
Yeah, the brothers. That doesn't sound like a baseball team.
Yeah. I'm at a loss on this one. I know I'm going to know it when she says it because it's a riddle, but
Right, because then you'll have the answer. But
Yes.
That does make it easier.
By the way, just for the record, for all listeners and Tony, I took my my Limitless migraine pill, so I'm a little loopy, and it's going to get worse as we go. It's going to go downhill. I don't know, Jeff. All right, we're just going to say Temple Guards.
Specifically, I'm pretty sure they're baseball teams. I'm almost positive that they are, so we said baseball teams.
Yep, that's the answer. They are all baseball teams.
Hold on, Neal. Let me get your Yomiuri Giants hat here, which is exactly in your field of vision.
I know. I knew the Dragons they're the Los Angeles Dodgers version of
Here
Japanese
you go, Neal.
baseball.
I want to put that on.
Jeff, you talked me out of baseball.
Don't cry about getting that question wrong, because there's no crying in baseball.
That's true. As
right.
Jeff says at trivia, the fact that we got this one wrong, the game's over. We're done.
And now we're winning. Good for us.
It's a long way to go, but sure, if you want to write yourselves off, that's
Just
cool.
call it.
Yeah.
Should we give them their 10 points back, since we're super confident now?
Yeah, you can have your Tonys back.
So it's 20-10.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I was
All right.
100% sure I was getting that one right. So I
Just
felt
want to make
good.
sure all the listeners are following at home.
Right. Keep your scorecard at hand.
Jeff and Neal now have 20 points.
If you're scoring at home, that
And Ken and Matt, now a newly formed team, 10 points. Because I'm super confident that we're going to whoop these guys.
Team Men Ken is Team Men.
No, you're Team Cat with a K.
And you're Team Neff.
We can be Cat Men.
Because this episode is sponsored by Neff.
It always is. Why?
Skateboard apparel.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I have a
Didn't know
beanie.
what it was. All right. Question 4 is maps. In geography, what is the term that is defined as a portion of territory within or surrounded by a larger territory whose inhabitants are culturally or ethnically distinct?
We'll just lock in with what you got, because I'm not going to be helpful on this one.
That's fine. We've got an answer locked in.
Are we thinking? Or is this like something like Chinatown? Or
Forget it,
or
Matt.
It's I don't know.
Yeah.
We're looking bigger scale.
Have you
right?
ever seen Chinatown?
No.
Knew it.
It's not a movie about memory, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's call it
Tiny Town.
Tiny Town.
I think it's an enclave, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeff's got it. It is an enclave. So examples would be like Vatican City, San Marino, Lesotho. They don't have to be sovereign nations, but a lot of times we think of them as like sovereign nations. But
That
it
part
can
of
also
Bangladesh, that's inside a part of India, which is inside a part of Bangladesh, which is inside of a part of India.
Oh my God.
It's like it's the Russian doll of areas.
There's no joke to it. The border's really crazy there.
Question 5 category is the final frontier. The following are the names of some of the moons of what planet in our solar system? Larissa, Naiad, Nereid, Triton, Proteus, Despina, Thalassa, Halimede, and the newest to be named, Hippocamp.
But
While Jeff's thinking, Tony, I just want to clarify. You were the one who said you thought that I probably had a man bun when you heard my voice, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Okay.
This is my guess.
Does Neal have a man bun, though?
I would never.
Wow.
I can't really grow my hair that long.
I like it.
If I could, I might put it in a man bun, but I can't grow it that long.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
If I had been born 10 years later, I definitely would have had a man bun at some point. in
You
time.
you definitely would have, for sure.
By the time they were popular, I could not grow a man bun.
You would have wrapped it with a puka shell.
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
Would you have a man bun like... Did Johnny Depp have a man bun in Chocolat?
Yeah, I guess he did. Yeah, chocolat, and it was made of chocolate.
Yeah. Did you ever notice that movie's just Footloose but pretentious?
Pretentious Footloose.
But with chocolate instead of dancing. All right, we're getting off topic. We're locked in.
Jeff. The only thing I can give to this is that some of those names kind of sounded like women's names, and it makes me think of Neptune with the Shakespeare characters.
That's what I was thinking.
But I just don't know if that's valid here.
Nope. I was on the same train of thought. I was thinking that could be Neptunian moons, so I'm going Neptune.
Okay.
Ken does
The
not
only one
look
that-
happy.
Well, I wrote down Neptune, and then you kind of shook your head, so I was like, okay.
I didn't shake my head.
You said.
I just thought it was maybe Saturn.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. When I heard Titan, I remember it's because it's a
Triton.
Greek. Or Triton.
Yeah, that's your
That's now I don't know.
That's your death knell.
But I thought Ganymede was
Jupiter.
Part of. Okay, we're all screwed
We
up.
said
We
Saturn.
said Saturn.
Yeah, Jeff's got points again. Well, Jeff and Neal, I should say, but I give that to
team
Jeff.
effort.
Yeah. Yep, it is Neptune. They all have like something to do with the Greek god Poseidon. They're all water beings or lovers of Poseidon or children of Poseidon. So
nice.
And Hippocamp is the seahorse. So
I think Uranus is the one that has all the Shakespeare names.
No, it's Neptune.
Is it Neptune?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I just edited the episode. I thought that happens in.
Sure.
I don't know.
We got points, so
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
There's got to be a better way to remember these, and I'm gonna find it out.
Yeah, I think you were thinking of Titan, which is definitely a moon of Saturn.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting at too. But
Yeah, Triton.
everything
Like
I
Ariel's
know
dad.
about moons. Yeah. Everything I know about moons comes from Cowboy Bebop, but that needs to stop because it's not serving me well.
No, it's not so far.
Okay.
No. Okay. Round 1, question 6. Heroes. Nice and short one. What superhero's alter ego is scrawny teenager Billy Batson?
Okay, we are locked in.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Shazam.
We are also going with Shazam.
Yeah.
Which was an answer on the last game we played too.
Yes, or Captain Marvel.
No.
It wasn't the
sorry,
same
guys.
question. It wasn't the same question.
We just
It was a very difficult question, or a different question, but Shazam was a possible correct answer.
It is Shazam. I didn't see it. I heard it. I had like a bunch of mixed reviews from people. So
I know Neal liked it, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
But you're more partial to the Marvel movies, I think, right?
No, I like them both. I mean, Shazam was it's just like a cute, fun
Zachary
family.
Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi I love from Chuck, so anything he's in I enjoy.
I'm just really excited that they're rebooting Sling Blade with Mahershala Ali.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
French fries, tomatoes.
Gonna kill some vampires.
You need some blood over there? I
gotta go down there and get the blood. I reckon.
This is literally a Matt TV sketch from like 20 years ago.
yeah.
Sling Blade.
Yeah. Never saw it. It's great. It's fantastic.
All right.
Oh man. All right. Number 7, Nom de Plume. Peter Gwillim, Dickie Roper, Justin Quayle, and George Smiley are all characters created by David Cornwell, but Cornwell is better known by what pen name? I know you guys love literature questions, so.
This is about books.
I'm glad you said literature because I was like, oh, it's Doonesbury.
You were going comic
yeah,
strip.
I will give you lit. It's lit. Nom de Plume is pen name, French for pen name.
Oh.
I have an idea that's. I think this is very wrong, but these sound like comedic names. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
Are we locked in with that bad
I actually
answer?
can't read that, but that's okay. Whatever you think.
Yeah. Yes, we're locked in with our answer.
I feel like I've heard these names before, and I don't know if the French aspect of this question is relevant to the answer, but
he's not French.
The French aspect.
Orson Welles. But I was just thinking of a French author. He normally does spy things, so I don't know if this is actually good enough for this answer, but we just went with John Le Carre.
We didn't go with the French guy at all for some reason, now that I look at this. But we said R.L. Stein.
That's great.
See?
It is John Le Carre, or Le Carre. So I'll take it as the right answer, I guess.
John, it's French for
car.
John turned into a car.
He's not French. His name is David Cornwell. He actually served with MI6 and in British intelligence for a very long time,
right.
hence the spy novels. Yes. So
I believe he wrote like The Constant Gardener and did he write Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy or is that someone else?
Nope, that's him.
See.
And
He's
then
still
The
gardening,
Night
in fact.
Manager, which was made into that AMC limited series, which is an excellent show if you've never watched it.
I heard it is. Hugh Laurie, right?
Yep, Hugh Laurie and Tom Hiddleston.
House.
Question 8 is nom noms is the category, and bear with me, there's a lot of foreign words in this one, so
great.
No.
Yeah, yay. This common dinner table item is known as a shaka in Arabic, a gabel in German, a widelec in Polish, a wilka in Russian, and garfo in Portuguese. What is it?
All right, we're locked.
Locked in.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I was trying to think of different table items: plate, salt, pepper, silverware, like a floral table dressing, tablecloth. Maybe tablecloth.
Maybe a glass.
A glass. Yeah, we can go glass if you want. I don't know why I'm leaning towards like tablecloth, but let's do glass. That's fine.
Like a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we said napkin.
No, neither correct. It is a fork.
Oh.
That's called a dingle
tenedor
hopper.
is a tingle hopper. Yeah, tingle hopper by Ariel. In Korean, it's poke. And Dutch is vorken.
Oh.
As your vorken.
Yeah.
I still would have gotten it wrong.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It'd be like napkin?
Sounds like napkin.
All right. Number 9, art. The following are all associated with which 20th century artistic movement that not only encompassed visual art, but also literature, film, and music? Apollinaire, Tanning, Ernst, Aragon, Tanguy, and Breton.
We're gonna lock in here.
Yeah.
Presuming it's something early 1900s, I'm guessing.
I was just thinking like new wave, maybe.
New wave came to mind, but I don't know what that's in reference to.
I just don't know what movement would also have been going through film, but I'm not sure. So, you just want to go new wave?
Sure.
Okay.
And we wanted to think about this answer at a bare minimum, so we put minimalism.
Good guesses all around. If I gave you Magritte.
Surrealism.
Magritte or Dali. Would be dead giveaways, I thought. So I just let you figure it out otherwise. So, it is surrealism.
For art questions, we need the dead giveaway.
Oh, yeah. I had thought maybe by chance.
But for the listeners at home who know things.
Yeah.
Anything about culture that doesn't follow the word pop, pretty much.
Yeah. If it's not in a Marvel movie.
We need like Julia and Lauren on speed dial from Misinformation. They're so good with art.
No,
Super
that's
smart
true.
ladies.
They are. All right. And last question of the round category is, I'm sorry, what did you say? Cacciatore is a word that appears often in Italian recipes, and it references the way in which food is prepared. What does cacciatore mean in Italian? And you can tell me a couple different ways, and I'll accept them.
They throw the chicken across the kitchen and say, "Hey, cacciatore."
You mean when they throw Joe Torre from the Yankees across the room? Cacciatore, please.
Actually goes back to the American Revolutionary War.
Or Dodgers, yeah.
I don't think he's most famous for being a Yankee.
I know, but
I know cacciatore because I've had chicken cacciatore.
Yes,
that's so let me think.
What did it taste like?
Or when a conservative member of British Parliament is arrested.
Or when you want to...
okay.
Yeah.
This is Tom Hanks all over again.
Right.
Have you had it?
That's what I mean.
I've had it.
Do you know what it tastes like?
No, when I worked in a restaurant.
You don't know what the ingredients are?
No.
Chicken?
For
what
chicken.
color is the sauce?
I think there's...
Tell me.
What color is the sauce? You're like interrogating him. I don't know, man. I just know the sauce tasted good, man.
Like marinara?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
We're locked in.
So I think there's chicken Vesuvio. Sorry. Vesuvius
chicken Vesuvius is over the mouth of a volcano.
Chicken Vesuvio, sorry.
I always thought it was really ashy.
So expensive.
Yeah. It is very ashy, you're right. It's got a texture to it.
Gonna get a nice char on it.
I do like chicken cacciatore. I think cacciatore is the one where they pound it really thin.
Okay.
And and it's very, very thin chicken.
Come on, Matt.
Because I think this is one that I get at a Italian
wasn't
restaurant.
distinct to you?
I forgot.
Are you okay with that? I don't know if that's a good enough answer, but I'm pretty sure they pound
really
it
tenderized,
tender and thin.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna lock them with.
All right.
As soon as Neal said that, I looked at.
You're gonna get a pounding, Matt. We put cooked with wine.
Oh, both good guesses. I'm inclined to give. No, I'm not going to give points to Jeff and Neal, but it's cacciatore means like hunter or prepared in a way a hunter would prepare it, or freshly caught, which when you were talking about catching, I was like, oh man, you're almost there. Freshly caught, I would give credit for, or rustic preparation are all like ways that it means. So
at the end of the first round, it looks like our competitors have racked up 60 points. Me and Matt might need to take out the folding chair because we've only got 20 points, but we're looking forward to this swing round.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it too.
Are we taking the folding chairs because we're going to sit this one out?
No, we're gonna hit them over the heads with it,
like the wrestling.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Don't worry,
it's a wrestling reference, man.
All right, so for the swing round, I'm going to give you, it's television. I'll give you 3 episode titles of a TV show, and you just have to tell me which show they're from. Number 1, Wichita Linebacker, Cheaty Cheaty Bang Bang, of Vice and Men. Number 2, Fearful Symmetry, Audrey Pauley, Biogenesis. Number 3, When She Was Bad, Never Kill a Boy on the First Date, Once More with Feeling. Number 4, What Kind of Day Has It Been, Opposition Research, and The Dover Test. Number 5, The Night Man Cometh, The Gang Finds a Dumpster Baby, and Who Pooped the Bed.
Oh, little DB.
Yeah. I think that's maybe the
Finally,
easiest
one I know.
list.
I think Matt knew another one.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah, good.
All right.
I'm not even writing these down because I'm like, what?
Number 6, The Nature of Nurture, A Little Too Late / Paris 75001, Coming Out, Going Out, Getting Out. Number 7, Mergers and Acquisitions, The Legend of Tennessee Multisanti, and Whitecaps. Number 8, 94 Meetings, Flu Season, Are You Better Off? Number 9, The Bracebridge Dinner, Those Are Strings Pinocchio, Blame Booze and Melville. And number 10, Here Comes My Girl, Running Down a Dream, and All Mixed Up.
Looks like all the answers are now locked in. So let's get the questions one more time and we'll give our answers.
All right, sounds good. Number 1, Wichita Linebacker, Cheaty Cheaty Bang Bang, and Of Vice and Men.
So we have The Good Place.
Yep. Character's named Cheaty. I thought that made sense, so we said The Good Place.
Oh, I'm so sorry, and I didn't even think about that. It is a Kristen Bell show, though, and when you said Veronica Mars earlier, I thought you might get there, but it is Veronica Mars.
Oh.
Number 2, Fearful Symmetry, Audrey Pauley, Biogenesis.
This one we had no idea, so we just went with a sci-fi show, the most famous sci-fi show we could think of, and said Star Trek.
We went Westworld.
It is sci-fi. It is The X-Files.
Oh.
Yeah.
Number 3, When She Was Bad, Never Kill a Boy on the First Date, and Once More with Feeling.
This one I'm 100% sure because that's the famous musical episode. It's Buffy.
Oh, good. Okay. It did ring a bell then. So we also went with Buffy.
All right. Nice job. Yep. It's Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, obviously. And number 4, What Kind of Day Has It Been? Opposition Research, and The Dover Test.
I really hope that we're right because there's a Lay It On Me about the show coming out. We thought it was West Wing.
Yeah, we do believe it's the West Wing.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were doing one. Yes, it is the West Wing, but good. I'm glad you guys got
we
some points.
did it in November, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is coming out. If it hasn't come out by now, just message us.
Hang tight.
It's coming.
It'll be out by now.
All right. Number 5, I think you guys both got this one. The Night Man Cometh, The Gang Finds a Dumpster Baby, and Who Pooped the Bed.
Yeah. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Aluminum Monster versus Fatty Magoo. That's always good, too. All right. Number 6, The Nature of Nurture, A Little Too Late / Paris 75001, Coming Out, Going Out, Getting Out.
Yeah, Jeff and I weren't sure. Jeff said it kind of sounded possibly like Homeland, maybe, so we went with Homeland.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking 24 the whole time. I don't think that's right. We ended up going with Man in the High Tower.
High Castle.
Yep, that's the one.
I thought that maybe Paris 75001 might be helpful.
Is this Lost?
No, it's Beverly Hills 90210.
Wow. I've never seen an episode.
Coming Out, Going Out, Getting Out is one of the most famous episodes too, because it features someone coming out. So it's especially in the early 90s. So number 7, you guys really agonized over this: Mergers and Acquisitions, The Legend of Tennessee Multisanti, and Whitecaps.
Yeah, this one killed Jeff. We heard it. We heard a couple of these before. We just didn't know where to go, and we just, because of the mergers and acquisitions, went with Silicon Valley.
Multisanti is Christopher's last name on The Sopranos, so I'm pretty sure that this is The Sopranos.
Yes, it is The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Number 8, I think you guys got these two: 94 Meetings, Flu Season, and Are You Better Off?
Yeah, Flu Season is one of my favorite episodes.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, Parks and Rec.
Stop pooping. Yeah, Parks and Rec.
I particularly like when Leslie's sitting on the gurney and she's like, if I had the flu, would I be able to do this? And she just sits there. What are you doing? Cartwheels. Am I not doing them? It's just great.
That is one of the best episodes ever. It's like a good one to show people, like get them into the show, I think.
Yeah. Number, sorry, I almost said 16. Number 9, The Bracebridge Dinner, Those Are Strings, Pinocchio, and Blame Booze and Melville.
We heard a lot of literary references and kind of weren't sure. We ended up going with Murder, She Wrote.
That's a good one. We didn't know. We just went with Barry.
Very New England-y, but not Murder, She Wrote. It is, I thought one of you watched this, maybe not. The Gilmore Girls.
Oh, no. Yes, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should get that, Neal.
I don't know the episode titles. Colleen knows them all by heart.
Yeah. Number 10, Here Comes My Girl, Running Down a Dream, all mixed up. They are all Tom Petty songs, but...
Oh, they all are. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew 2 of them, for sure.
Yeah, we were pretty sure that episode titles for this show were all different rock songs from this era, so we said that 70s show.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. We didn't know.
We're wrong.
Oh, okay. We just went This Is Us.
Yeah, I actually looked up that 70s show's titles last night when I was rewriting this for the 50th time, and they did like different, I think season 5 through 8 or something like that had different bands, like Led Zeppelin one season, whatever. No, actually almost all of the episodes of this TV show were Tom Petty songs, specifically calling to their Floridian roots in Cougar Town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've never watched it, but I thought that was interesting. So
Okay, so both teams got about half right on that swing round. So that brings Neal and Jeff to 80, and we're up to 45. So caught up a little bit of ground, but still a bit of ways to go. So let's I don't know, how do you get pumped up in wrestling? What are we gonna do?
You got to hit with a chair.
Yeah, probably.
No, you're gonna get hit with a chair.
Steroids.
We're gonna climb up the side of the cage.
Yeah.
And we're gonna fight on top of the cage.
Okay. Grab our kendo sticks.
Yeah. We got to bring in the kendo sticks, tables, ladders, and chairs.
All right. Round 2.
All right.
Ding, ding.
Round 2. Before and after movies. I don't have to explain before and after to you guys.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Mix a 2004 Stephen Chow martial arts comedy with an Academy Award-winning 2005 film starring Terrence Howard.
We're locked in.
Same.
Wow.
Kung Fu Hustle and Flow.
Kung Fu Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle and Flow. Yeah.
Damn, I was like Rush Hour and...
I love Kung Fu Hustle.
This is so
they're
good.
doing a sequel, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both good movies. Yeah. All right. Number 2 is nicknames. What state is called the Beehive State? Apparently, it has less to do with actual bees and more to do with the founder's wishful thinking for people to work together.
I always get state motto and nickname mixed up sometimes.
Oh, you're right.
Then
right.
It screws me up because I'm like, no, that can't be it because that's the Beaver State, but that's not the nickname. Or is it? I don't know.
The Volunteer State.
Okay.
That one I know.
What are we?
The Prairie State.
Get out of here.
It is the Prairie
Land
State.
of Lincoln. Yeah. This guy.
You heard it here first, Matt.
All right, I've had it.
Let's do it. Let's say North Dakota in honor of our 10 listeners in North Dakota.
Okay.
Who love us. All of them. Tony,
We
John,
did get feedback last time.
Mark.
Saying
Sarah?
they weren't offended by that. What are you feeling?
I don't know.
Washington?
I'm feeling Oregon. Or Washington.
I liked Oregon.
Let's go Oregon.
If it's Oregon, Ken's going to be really mad at me.
I won't get mad.
Okay.
It's just a guess.
Oh, those are your guesses. Okay. No, it is Utah. Yeah, so it's whatever that Mormon guy's name is.
Joseph.
I was just
Smith,
writing
maybe.
Utah down right before you said, let's just go with North Dakota. I was writing Utah.
I was next to it.
North Dakota is, I believe,
this.
the Peace Garden state.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
That's a shame.
Which we've had on our show before.
Okay,
no points.
Yeah, and that's why it's familiar. All right. Round 2, question 3 is sports adjacent.
Yeah.
Finally. If you hear the terms, some of these are slang. If you hear these terms, base plate, carving, bombing, planker, face shot, and groomer, you may be participating in what sport?
I'll let you. I mean, we'll say both answers that we wrote down, but I'll let you pick. So whichever one you want.
I don't like that.
No idea, man.
This is the
You have no
Neal
idea?
indemnity plan.
All right. Well, I'll lock in then, so you guys can chat now.
So for some reason, I was thinking base plate, face shot, and groomer, carving. I was thinking of curling, like the groomer or the carving of
That's interesting.
rubbing the ice. But Jeff said cricket, so we're between cricket and curling.
Because I know cricket's got a bunch of these, and we talk about it all the time.
Very sorry, Bryden Coverdale, in Australia. He's a cricket expert, and he writes about cricket, and he laughs when we get cricket questions wrong, horribly wrong. So if this is cricket, we apologize, and when you come on to host, you can educate us, hopefully. But I don't know, Jeff, cricket or curling?
I'll let you go with this one.
All right, it's probably wrong, but we're going to go with curling.
I thought that the groomers were the people with the brooms who were grooming the ice. So we also said curling.
No, guys, it is an ice sport, though. Base plate has to do with the skis. Carving is what you do when you go down a mountain. Bombing is being not very good at skiing. Planker is also, I believe, someone who's not very good at it. Face shot is when you shoot up the snow, and groomer is what you use to groom the hill
makes sense.
in downhill skiing.
Downhill skiing.
Downhill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you did write skiing, so and I was like, nah, because I'm planking this game.
Number 4, world history. Which country's navy suffered a crushing defeat by the Japanese at the Battle of Tsushima in 1905?
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay. Jeff wrote down Russia. What makes you say Russia?
Because wasn't there a Japanese-Russian war just before World War One?
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Yeah, let's go Russia. That's fine.
Yeah, as I recall, they had the war with Russia, and then they started harassing the Chinese. So we're going to go with Russia.
Yeah, it is Russia. But yes, it is the Russo-Japanese War, and the Russian Navy was obliterated by the Japanese.
Not good seamen.
Yeah, not good seamen. All right, hopefully, Matt, I got one for you. But so this is number 5 is obligatory Simpsons question.
Yeah.
After drinking the questionable river water and It's a Small World spoofed ride at Duff World, Lisa claims to be the queen of what herpetological animals?
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about herpetology before.
This is an often quoted phrase.
Herpetology?
Herpetology.
Herpetology? I don't know. Queen of the ants? Queen of the...
No. It's something... Oh, damn it. Why can't I remember this?
All right. We're going to go with Queen of the Frogs.
We're so close. Because she is the lizard queen.
Yeah, I am the lizard queen is the quote. And
yeah, I've heard that.
It's something my sisters sometimes we call each other and scream, I am the lizard queen at each other. And other things from other Simpsons, she's the queen of the hoppies and things like that. She's the queen of the hoppies. So
great episode.
I'm going to take my sweater off finally because I'm wearing my lizard queen shirt today, even though you can't see that far down. So, okay. Number 6 is... Category is who's the nerdiest of them all. It's also AKA hobbies is the category. Uwe Rosenberg, Rainer Knizia, Bruno Catala, Stefan Feld, Eric Lang, and Antoine Bauza are some of the biggest names in what hobby?
And what's the hint?
That it's very nerdy. That's the hint.
Okay.
Who's the nerdiest of them all?
Yeah, I mean they're foreign names. So,
okay.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying that it's not American. It's not Jax.
How dare you?
I mean, it's magic. It's not like a magic person.
Are these? Do you think these are chess masters?
That sounds right. Uwe. I'm trying to Lang. I just saw someone was doing some research about chess champions, and I can't remember if one of these was on that list. But
I know a couple names that aren't on this list, and I don't know if they're intentional excludes or...
Chess kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess that's a hobby, right?
Yeah, it can be a hobby.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with chess.
After hearing chess, that sounds like a much better answer. But I wrote down League of Legends, and Ken nodded, so we said they're players of League of Legends.
Yeah, you guys are all both very specific. The answer's a little more general. They are all board game designers. So, yeah, they're all very, very big names in board games and board game designs. I'm a big board gamer.
Klaus Tuber was left off that list.
Who? Klaus Tuber, for Catan. Yeah, I did leave him off the list. Number 7 category is Get Out. This is a small sample of a large list, but what do these places all have in common? Petra in Jordan, Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump in Canada, Hwasong Fortress in South Korea, Itsukushima Shinto Shrine in Japan, say that 5 times fast, and the works of Antoni Gaudi in Barcelona. And I'll give you one more, Yellowstone National Park in the U.S.
Okay, we're locked in.
So they're locked in.
You said modern marvels.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe the most toured places.
Okay. 100 places you need to go before you die.
Sure.
The list. Yeah, I don't know.
Jeff and Neal.
We think these are all members of the World Heritage Sites. So we said World Heritage Sites.
Yep, they're UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
A thing I just figured out existed.
Yeah. I mean, get out more. There aren't a ton in the U.S., but there are a lot in Europe, and there's been a lot of criticism about how it's very Eurocentric. But they're trying to get better about recognizing sites in Asia and Africa, and South America. Number 8 is Bidness.
Bidness.
Yeah, 78% of the market share of cell phone sales in the U.S. are made up of 3 companies, 1 U.S.-based company, 2 South Korean companies. For 5 points each, name the 2 South Korean companies.
We're locked in.
Yeah, so we went Samsung for sure.
Oh, so we know Apple's the American one.
Yep.
And we know Samsung for sure.
I'm just trying to think of...
Huawei's Chinese.
Yeah.
They also don't sell that many phones in the U.S. because of security concerns.
LG, you wrote.
LG, which is, I thought, a subsidiary of Philips, which could be South Korean. I don't know. I'm trying to think of... Can you think of any other phones you've seen out there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Samsung's got to be it for sure. So
no, Samsung's definitely number 2. They could be number 1 in sales. I don't know, but they're definitely on there.
Okay. Either LG or if you think Motorola is Japanese, then...
I don't think Motorola sells that many phones anymore.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm whatever you want to go with.
Yeah, we'll go Samsung and LG.
We also said Samsung, and I think Motorola sells a surprisingly large number of phones to construction workers because they still have that push to chirp feature, and there's a lot of different features that they use. So we said Motorola and Samsung.
Yeah, Motorola is Japanese. They are not sold in South Korea, which I find is interesting. It is Samsung, of course, and LG.
Oh, nice, Jeff.
So that was 5 points for Matt and Ken, and 10 points for Neal and Jeff, right?
Oh, we're getting half points.
Partial, nice.
Yeah, half is partial credit. Yep, 5 points
feel
each.
Feel good about it now.
So a fun one. Let's see. Number 9. Let's see what my alt is. I don't want to answer. Okay, yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Name's the same. So a town in 4 different states, a private school, preschool through 12, just when I want to give you a private school definition. A private school in Minnesota that suffered an explosion from a natural gas leak in 2017. A fictional character in Longfellow's epic poem, The Song of Hiawatha, and the name of more than one famous waterfall, said to mean rapid water in the Dakota language. What name do all these things share?
You want to lock in with this one?
Yeah.
Do you want to just go Sioux? I can't think of anything better, and I know there's a Sioux Falls.
Sure. Yeah.
We also said Sioux.
Okay. So Sioux is just this is the French name for the Dakota people generally, or the Sioux people, but Dakota's a tribe of the Sioux Nation. So if I said Minneapolis means city of water, taken from the Greek and the Dakota. So it is Minnehaha. Sometimes people say, it means laughing water, but actually it means rapid water in the Dakota language. So Minnehaha is the answer.
Oh, I had a Minnehaha at that.
So it's Minnehaha Academy. Minnehaha was a woman in the Song of Hiawatha, and there's a couple famous waterfalls one in Minneapolis that's very, very famous for.
I went to Hiawatha Middle School, and this never came up.
Education's letting you down again, Matt.
Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
My tax dollars got to go to fix potholes instead.
Yeah. Number 10, last question of the round 2. Notable copycats. Julianne Moore and Tina Fey both received Emmy Awards for portraying what person?
We're locked in.
It's
Sarah Palin.
Yeah, Sarah Palin.
We also went with Sarah Palin.
Yep, it's Sarah Palin. So Tina Fey obviously received it for her work on SNL, and Julianne Moore was for HBO miniseries, I believe it was a miniseries, Game Change in 2011, maybe? 2012, somewhere around there.
I forgot about her playing Sarah Palin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so we still have some catching up to do. We have 90 points. Neal and Jeff have 130, but it's within reach.
Yeah. Before we get to the final round, Jeff, Toni is a Patreon supporter at the United States level, and she got one of our exclusive posters that we sent out in Korea over there. And other people who are Patreon supporters are also getting different types of perks in the mail or through email, voicemails, ringtones, things like that. Yeah. But can you tell people how to get in touch with us to join Patreon?
Very easy. It's in the show notes. You can follow the link. It's at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. And you can support us at any level for great bonuses. But we think the bonus episodes and everything there on up is really awesome. So we're really proud of everything we've been doing there. We're really happy to fulfill all of those perks for our patrons. So if you're interested in supporting the show, you can do so there.
For $1 a day.
Little as $1 a day.
Yep. And someone just got a Dutch Boy ringtone.
It is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. It's a one-off. Sadly, only that patron will ever hear it. But if you would like something as cool as that, which apparently we are willing to do that, you can do that at the United States Champion level and higher, Neal? Or is that...
that would be at the Intercontinental Champion level.
Champion.
And it doesn't have to be Dutch Boy. It can be any of our fantastic characters.
Some people have asked for us to say...
Except for Rules Guy.
Happy birthday. Yeah. One person asked us for advice. That was probably a bad idea.
Marriage advice.
Yep.
Maybe Jackson, Maine wants to give you some advice. Who knows?
Yeah, or it could just be Matt as your ringtone going, hey, pick up the phone.
Yeah. That's what you want. Like, oh, your alarm's going off. Gonna be late for work.
All there and more. Patreon.com/trivialitypodcast.
The final round is tonight's Noraebang playlist. So Noraebang is Korea's karaoke, but we don't call it karaoke here because people would get very offended. Right. Noraebang. So number 1 category is Take Me Home, Country Roads. Number 2, Monster. Number 3, Kite. Number 4, Shape of My Heart. Number 5, Don't Stop Me Now.
Okay, and our wagers are locked in.
Okay. Number 1, Take Me Home, Country Roads. West Virginia has 2 Division I NCAA schools, named both and with their team names. So, for example, I went to American University, so it'd be American University Eagles. Okay, number 2, Monster. This is a long one, so bear down. This New World monster has been described as gaunt to the point of emaciation, its desiccated skin pulled tightly over its bones, with its bones pushing out against its skin, its complexion the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. It looked like a gaunt skeleton recently disinterred from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody, unclean and suffering from suppurations of the flesh. This monster gave off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and corruption. End quote. It is also said to inhabit humans who partake in the taboo of cannibalism. What's the name of this monster?
That's a lot of stuff.
Number 3, kite. Kites are a type of raptor, and like many birds of prey, there are not a lot of differences in appearance between the males and the females of the species. However, there are many types of birds where the sexes do appear markedly different. other than reproductive organs, of course. What is the scientific term for these kinds of physical differences? Number 4, Shape of My Heart. Shape of My Heart by Sting is a surprisingly popular Noraebang song in Korea, owing to it being used as the end credits for what 1994 English language French action thriller. Why the film is so extremely popular and is bewildering, and I don't really understand why, but yeah, it's very, very popular in Korea. Number 5, Don't Stop Me Now. Ending on a dark note, Nikolai Ceausescu and his wife were executed by firing squad on Christmas 1989 after they were tried for genocide and corruption in a show trial. They were captured by revolutionaries after trying to flee what country? The country that he had led since 1967.
Okay, all the answers are now locked in, so it's time to find out how we did.
Number 1, Take Me Home Country Roads. West Virginia has 2 Division I NCAA schools. Name both and their team names.
All right. You guys want to go first?
Sure. Jeff and I did one and he got the other one, and we remembered that we'd heard this recently. So I contributed the West Virginia University Mountaineers, and Jeff?
The other one I'm pretty sure is, what did we write? A Thundering Herd, right? From Marshall?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We are Marshall. What'd you wager?
15. 15 all the way down.
We wagered 30 on this one, and we had West Virginia Mountaineers and the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Yep, but that's it. West Virginia University Mountaineers, Marshall University Thundering Herd.
I'm the Randy Moss.
All right, monster. This New World monster has been described as nasty, basically. Gaunt to the point of emaciation. Gaunt skeleton, recently disinterred from the grave. Its lips are tattered and bloody. Unclean. It is also said to inhabit humans who partake in the taboo of cannibalism.
It's gangy.
Monster.
It's gangy.
So this one, I know the monster. I cannot think of the name. I'm almost positive it was on an episode of Supernatural, amongst other places, I'm sure. We don't think it's Slender Man, but that's what we locked in with. But I know once I hear it, I want to say it sounds like a car or something. Anyway,
that's good for us.
We locked in Slender Man.
We wagered 20.
Okay. Yeah, so as Matt said, we wagered 20, and we were thinking about Slender Man at first, but he doesn't really have a face, so that was a problem. And we went with Wendigo.
Oh, that's it.
It is Wendigo, so nicely done.
How does that sound like a car?
Because I always
Winnebago.
Yeah,
I always call it Wendigo.
Uh-huh.
I call it Wendigo.
You know, Winnebago's a RV, right? Not a...
All right, Mr. Semantics.
Whatever. Yeah.
What's gotten into you today?
He's cranky. Cranky Jeff over here.
Oh, just wait till you figure out how he got the answer to the last one, and then you'll see how cranky he is.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
That's dark, I'm guessing. Kites are a type of raptor, and like many birds of prey, there are not a lot of differences in the appearance between the males and females of the species. However, there are many types of birds where the sexes do appear markedly different, a lot of times in songbirds, other than reproductive organs, of course. What's the scientific term for these kinds of physical differences?
We had no idea. What do we wager, Matt?
We lost 10 points on this question.
We just said plumage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeff and I had no idea, and we thought because of the famous song "Let's Go Fly a Kite" that it would be called a poppins.
It is. You guys said like the first part of it at one point, Ken and Matt. It's sexual dimorphism or dimorphism. Yeah, two and looking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
no, Kite is the U2 song. It's real nerdy and it's one of my favorite songs, but that's also very popular in Noraebang for some reason. All right. Number 4, Shape of My Heart. Shape of My Heart by Sting is a surprisingly popular Noraebang song in Korea, owing to it being used as the end credits for what 1994 English language French action thriller. Why the film is still so extremely and bewilderingly popular in Korea is beyond my comprehension.
Because it's amazing?
Well, we wagered 10 points, and we said Leon, the professional.
And we wagered 15, and we said Leon, the professional.
Leon, the professional. Yep, Leon, the professional.
All right.
Yeah, it's
So you're
really
saying that
popular.
You're saying that everyone who does, how do you say it again for Korean?
Noraebang.
Noraebang.
It literally
everyone
means singing room or song room.
So basically, everyone at Noraebang sings this song.
One day I'm going to hand you a grenade pin. Neal.
All right. Number 5, Don't Stop Me Now. Nikolai Ceausescu and his wife were executed by firing squad on Christmas 1989 after they were tried for genocide and corruption in a show trial. They were captured by revolutionaries after trying to flee what country that Ceausescu had led since 1967.
I thought Ceausescu was the coach at Duke, but I was overruled there. We actually didn't know. We wagered 20 on this one. And we just thought of war-torn countries around that time and said Bosnia.
And Jeff pulled this from an interesting source. Jeff, how did you figure this one out?
Top Gear. I remembered specifically there is an episode of Top Gear where they drive across this country, and they start on the Black Sea. So I had a pretty narrow subset of countries I had to pick from there, and I was pretty sure it was Romania. So we said Romania.
Yep, it is Romania. I had to look up, I can never remember what the Soviet countries were. But they were a Comecon country, so they're a communist country that was supporter of the Soviet Union, but not part of the Soviet bloc. But yes, communist until 1989.
All right. So we crawled our way back up a little bit and arrived at 120 points. But today's winners with 145 points.
145.
Neal and Jeff, you're the cream of the crop, I guess.
I am the cream, the cream of the crop.
What would be a good Korean version of cream of the crop, Tony?
Put her on the spot.
Oh, yeah, that's putting me on the spot.
What's the name for the banana milk? That's what we'll be called today.
Oh, sure. This is not the best brand. I couldn't find it last night. The best brand is Banana Kick Uyu. So it's literally banana kick milk uyu.
So we are the banana kikuyu of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, you guys did it.
Giving you all that potassium.
And thanks so much to Tony for that great game. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, the questions were awesome. We know we didn't. Some of them we didn't do that well on, but you always describe yourself in the crop, commenting with all your funny comments as nerdy and having a fun subset of interests, and
it proved true.
Proved true. We also appreciate that it's very early there. So
yeah, I think meeting a friend for breakfast in 2 hours. So. Maybe go back to bed.
Get a little nap time.
Wow.
For sure.
Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yes. So I don't know if this is going to ruin studio magic at all, but today is July 29th here in Korea, and it is my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. And she's a big trivia player, too. She plays trivia. When I'm home in Minnesota, we play on the same trivia team. And
but does she listen?
No, I can't. I don't want to explain to her how to use podcasts. So
that's okay. My mom doesn't get it either.
Yeah. It's you have a radio show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Well, happy birthday to your mother.
Yes.
Yeah, Stephanie. It's also my friend Jessica's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Who isn't a listener, but she's a good friend of mine here in Korea. So.
And when this one airs in November, it'll probably be my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Matt.
Thank you.
Well, thanks again for your
past mine. So
yeah, thanks again for your support and this great game, and for my colleagues here, Matt, Jeff, Neal, and myself. That was Triviality.
Those are strings. Colleen's calling me actually, which is kind of funny.
She know you got that wrong.
Hey,
she's mad.
Oh, I must have called to an accident. Hold on, I'm gonna. Can you answer something for me?
Yeah.
Okay, what TV show are the titles Blame the Booze, Bracebridge Dinner, and Pull the Strings Pinocchio? Is that what it is?
Gilmore Girls.
Okay, so that was immediate. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so yeah, that was immediate.
Just to be clear, yeah.